Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and as you guys obviously have probably figured out by now, I have been sick, and I still don't know what it is. I don't think it's COVID, because, actually, I don't really have a reason. I don't think it's COVID. I don't think it's COVID. It could be, considering I've been having a cough and runny nose like last time. I might actually... I think it's more like bronchitis is what I think it is. Something like that. Anyway. But yeah, you've seen I've been still trying to get videos out, even despite being sick. Anyway. It's going to be my review of Parallel World Pharmacy episodes 7 and 8. And I'm sorry I haven't been getting this one out for a bit. I've been trying to finish other shows, obviously. And here's hoping I can get some more stuff done today, if I get lucky. If I get unlucky, then I won't be able to do too much today, but I still should be able to do something. I'm hoping that, if I get lucky, I can get close to finishing a couple of shows and then be able to finish them tomorrow. If I don't get called in early into work. Anyway. This episode is Pharma having to deal with the Inquisition because last episode they got him out in the open. And as you could probably guess, they weren't willing to listen to reason at the time. So he had to defend himself multiple times. Blech, yuck. Anyway, he had to defend himself multiple times until he knocked, I think, the main guy or one of the guys off his horse, and the guy got an injury because of it. And he ended up, I think, with a broken bone or something that required surgery, and he got them to agree to, like a truce until he could fix him, and thankfully he was able to, despite having no real, I guess, experience doing surgery. So, because of this, everybody in that group thinks he's now Panic Theos, the god of medicine. And considering this world and everything, it makes sense that they would think that because, I mean, what Pharma has been doing has not been of this world. And later on, after he got them to, agree that, yeah, let's keep this between us, and yeah, we're good. We find out that the guy he helped actually ends up being, dang it, I'm not sure I remember, the Archbishop, I think, in the royal capital, and he comes over to thank Pharma for what he has done, and also presents him with a staff, and not just any staff, one that can essentially be utilized by the gods. And, he's able to grab it, and I was thinking, oh, that would be a prime target to be stolen. And Ellie wants to hold it because, it's an amazing staff. Like, not only one of a kind, but it's like a holy relic, essentially. He goes to hand it to her, and it passes right through her hands. So only, the staff, either the staff chooses him, or it can only be held by somebody with, like, divine energy or something. And, speaking of divine energy, he ends up getting a talisman from the guy that's supposed to suppress divine energy, and when he puts it on, he now has a shadow. So, my theory for this is that when he died and was reincarnated into Pharma's body, either the god Panic Theos himself or a portion of his power ended up combining with the guy's soul and is now residing in Pharma's body. That's what I'm thinking, because it suppresses divine energy. So Pharma has divine energy, and how else could he possibly have that if he was not either housing divine energy thanks to Panactheos, or is Panactheos himself? Let me know about that in the comments. Anyway, obviously the other pharmacies are suffering because of this, because they aren't selling Pharma's products and thus are not going to be able to they're taking their business to Pharma's pharmacy because their medicines actually are doing what they need to do. And the guy who had tried to get Pharma to join his guild is not happy and is pissed, and essentially tells everybody else in the guild, yeah, you associate with that pharmacy and you're out of the guild, essentially. And one of the people there, his daughter is sick, and he takes a chance and takes her to Pharma's pharmacy. And she ends up getting diagnosed with influenza, essentially a bad cold. And Pharma gives him medicine to counter that. And the guy realizes, in the next meeting, he ends up sticking up for Pharma's pharmacy. And this gets him thrown out of the guild. And earlier in the episode, I think, he had talked to the queen and asked about getting his own guild set up. In order to do that, though, he would have to have at least 2 members, himself and somebody else. So when the guy told him, get out of this guild, out of our guild, I'm like, good, he can go join Farmer's Guild. And that's exactly what he does, but not before his shop gets totally trashed by everybody else in the guild. And that's when Pharma asked him, you want to join my guild? So he does, and now he can stock the same products that Pharma sells, which means he's going to get a ton of business. But what I don't get is how the heck is Pharma able to make all this and still see patients and do whatever else the heck he does. I mean, I know there's only so many hours in the day, but Jesus Christ, you must be able to mass produce this stuff at this point with your abilities. So, yeah, there's a lot that happens in this show, in these 2 episodes. As for the rest of the episodes, I still have episodes 9, 10, 11, and 12, but I'm already done with them, and I've got them edited and everything. I'll see you guys next time.